Nearly 100 days in, President Biden is preparing to address a joint session of Congress in what could be his most crucial opportunity to sell his ambitious American Families Plan to American families. It's not called the State of the Union in a president's first year in office, but for all intents and purposes, that is what it is. And after spending 8 years peeking over President Obama's shoulder, it is now his turn. In a piece titled Joe Biden's First 100 Days Reshaped America, Jonathan Chait argues Biden is relentlessly enacting an ambitious domestic agenda, signing legislation that could cut child poverty by more than half, expanding Obamacare, and injecting the economy with a stimulus more than twice the size of what Obama's Congress passed in 2009, while arousing hardly any controversy. There's nothing in Biden's vanilla ice cream bromides for his critics to hook onto. Republicans can't stop Biden because he is boring them to death. That is certainly one take, but what do the American people think? Joining me now is NBC News political correspondent Steve Kornacki and Political Playbook co-author and White House reporter Eugene Daniels. He's also an MSNBC political contributor. So, Steve, what do the numbers tell us?
Well, let's run through them. A couple different ways of looking at this. This is the bottom line number, new NBC poll here. Biden's approval rating about 100 days in, sitting there at 53%. That's been pretty steady. He's been just a little bit over 50% in most polling for this first period of his presidency. Notable that his predecessor, Donald Trump, really couldn't get over 50% in his approval rating his entire 4 years in office. So Biden certainly clocking in better than Trump was able to do. Also, some of Biden's other predecessors, non-Trump predecessors, were able to get higher than this, in some cases significantly higher than this early in their presidency. So sort of in between Trump and the pre-Trump predecessors that Biden has. That's where he's clocking in. How about what people make of him personally? We also ask this question. Do you have a positive or a negative impression of Joe Biden? It's 50% positive, 36% negative. Again, for some comparison here, some context, how about Biden's party, the Democratic Party? What do people make of that? A little bit underwater, 39% positive, 41% negative. The Republican Party, this is a trend we've seen for a while now, doing worse than the Democratic Party significantly, 32% positive, 46% negative, 14 points underwater. And then we measure Donald Trump here. What do folks think of him a few months after leaving office? Trump, 32 positive, 55 negative. So that's Biden kind of compared to a few others there. Another question we asked, I think is interesting, is ask people to rate the start of the Biden presidency. Would they call it a good start? Would they call it a great start? 44% of folks say it is a good or great start to his presidency. 55% say it is a fair or a poor start to his presidency. We asked this exact same question at this exact same point of the Trump presidency, 100 days in. At that point, 35% of folks said that Trump was off to a good or great start. So again, you see Biden doing better in terms of the numbers than Trump did at this point. But we also asked the question 100 days in to the Obama presidency back in 2009. And you can see there, he was at 54% who said he was off to a good or great start. So that's the story with Biden, I think, here. Better than Trump in terms of the numbers, but his pre-Trump predecessors, maybe not at that level. Certainly when you look at Obama here. And just quickly, Katie, you could see the best scores that Biden gets handling the coronavirus, nearly 70% approval, and the worst, it's on the border, immigration, nearly 60% say they disapprove how the president's handling that.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.